Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat sejahtera pada semua murid yang sempat mengikuti live channel bersama Seizat pada hari ini. Okey, untuk mata pelajaran Matematik Tambahan. Okey guys, hari ini kita akan belajar satu tajuk lagi iaitu sambungan, the continuous of the chapter 5 form 4 KSSM Matematik Tambahan, which is we are going to learn hari ini ialah geometry progression. Alright? So if you see on the previous class we learned the arithmetic progression. So that's half of the chapter. Now we want to finish the second part of this chapter, which is the last part, is about GP, alright? Geometry progression, ataupun bahasa Melayu dia kita panggil janjang geometri. Okay, so very easy, sangat mudah, and also not so difficult. Okay. But we are going to go through some of the direct question, and also we want to look at what's the formula and how to apply the formula, and also the most important part is hebat question. Okay, so let's start our discussion. Okay guys, I will share to you the notes. Okay, as usual, before I start, before I start the lesson, okay, my CBN girls, okay, please update your kehadiran on my right side here, the live chat on my right side here, okay, tulis nama anda dan juga kelas anda, okay. Dan kepada semua murid, generally, if you have a problem, if you have a question you want to ask, you can state your question in the live chat also, okay. So please double check my calculation also, because sometimes, yeah, we are human, right? We do mistake, people do mistake, so please remind me, please buzz me if I'm calculate wrongly, okay. Thank you. So that is number 2. And number 3, if the live video is finished, so if you have a problem after that, okay, after you go through and replay the video and then you got a problem, so you also can state your problem in the comment section below. Okay guys, itu saja pesanan untuk anda semua. Okay, let's start our lesson of today. Alright, now I will share to you the notes that I'm using for this subtopic. Where is that thing? Yeah, this one. Okay, this is the final part of chapter 5, okay, form 4 KSSM at Maths, ataupun bahagian terakhir 5.2 geometri, janjang geometri or geometry progression. Okay guys, so actually this tajuk very easy, so don't worry. Okay, it's similar like AP, arithmetic progression. You can look at the previous video, okay, about the AP and also kebat question. Now we are talking about GP. Same idea but different formula, a little bit different but easy. Don't worry. Okay. So now let's start the GP. So I simplify the geometry progression as GP, like what I did on the arithmetic progression. I said the arithmetic as AP. I labeling is AP. So for GP, how to identify? Similar like AP, how we identify AP? We find the common difference, D. But for GP, how we identify the GP? So to identify the GP, to identify the GP, we need if AP we find the common difference. For GP, we find the R here. What is R? R stands for common ratio. Okay. So to identify the GP, we need to find the value of R. Okay. So how to find R here? Okay. How to find R? Right. How we find R? So there's a formula. Okay, to find R, we know that, to find common difference is a T2 minus T1 equals to T3 minus T2, etc., etc. To find the common, that is common difference. But for common ratio, the second term divided by the first term equals to the third term equal divided by second term, and so on. Guys, okay. So the idea about GP, like this one. Okay, GP also is a sequence. Okay, contoh, for instance, I have a 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, blah 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 blah, whatever. Now, this is the sequence. This sequence is not AP. This sequence is not AP, not arithmetic progression. Why? Okay, now let's try to find the the common difference. If this is AP, we want to prove, right? Okay, AP or not? Okay, we double check. So AP, we need to find the donkey, which is T2 minus T1. So this is how we prove 4 minus 2, which is equals to 2. But when we find the T3 minus T2, also donkey, right? Which is equals to 8 minus 4. So jawapan dia 4. So both of them are not equivalent. So this one is not AP. So not AP. Alright, this sequence is not AP. So how to determine whether this sequence is GP? GP, we need to find the common ratio. If their common ratio are equivalent, that means they are GP. So number 2, how to check they are GP or not? Okay, now we find R, common ratio. T2 over by T1. It must be equals to T3 over by T2, right? According to the formula here. Okay, so we substitute your second term. Your second term here is 4. Okay, 4 over by 2, which is equals to 2. And for this one, 8 over by 4 also equals to 2. Now you see, the value is same. The value is equivalent to 2. So that means they are, this sequence GP. Okay, this sequence is a GP, is a geometric progression. All right. So I hope you guys get the idea. Okay. Now, example 10. Determine whether the progression below is a GP or not. Give your justification. That means we need to tell GP. If a GP, they must be equivalent value of common ratio. If not GP, the common ratio is different. All right. So first question A. So before we solve the problem, always identify the first term. Okay, the first term is 5 here. And, oh sorry, A is 5. No need. This one we are not talking about to find the term, sorry. This is about to find to determine whether this is GP or not, right? So we need to prove. So we need to find R. So this is second term, this is first term, right? So 15 divided by 5. Then we are supposed to get 3. And then we find the third term divided by second term, because that also equals to R. 45 divided by 15. Then we are supposed to get 3. Another, another equivalent value. How about this one? 1, 2, 3, 4. The fourth term. The fourth term is 135. And then it must be divided by the third term, the 45. 135 divided by 45 is 135 divided by 45. So the answer is also 3. So all these values are equivalent. Therefore, A is a GP. Okay. So how about B? B, 0.2. Okay, find R first. 0.2 divided by 0.1. Then we are supposed to get 2. Right? 0.2 divided by 0.1. Okay. And then how about the third third term divided by second term. Okay, the third term, 0.3 divided by 0.2, then we are supposed to get 3 over by 2 is 1.5, right? Yes, 1.5. Now you see, R here and R here, they are not equivalent. Therefore, we can make a conclusion, B is not GP. Justification is R is equals to 2, R is equals to 1.5, therefore they are not equivalent. Settle. Okay, that is example 10. Okay, so alright, self practice now. 5.5 hari ni tak banyak sebab I tengok tadi macam tak banyak je. Ya, ini saja. Okay, tak banyak pun. Okay, so self practice 5.5. Okay, this one I want to ask, I want to tell CBN girls, okay, my student, you guys need to do A 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, but for number 1, I just want you to do number 1A and number 1 C maybe, okay, 1A and 1C, alright, 1A and 1C, alright, 1B tak payahlah, okay, and number 2 you need to do both, okay, you guys need to do both, and number 3, okay, so let's start our this one, number 1A, okay, for number 1A, right, I put it here, so 1A. So we want to determine whether the sequence given are GP or not. So I told you, you need to find R. So R for the first question is 40 second term divided by the first term. So you are supposed to get 1/3 here, right? So 40 divided by 120, okay? So 1/3, okay. Now how about the third term divided by the second? So we need to check. Another R also 40/3 divided by 40. So we are supposed to get 40/3 divided by 40. So another 1/3. So guys, since R and R here, they are equivalent, therefore A is a GP. Okay guys? Faham semua orang? Okay, kalau tak faham cakap. Okay, kalau tak faham please say, please tell me on the live chat here, okay? So that is number 1A. Okay, how about number 1C? Number 1C, we want to determine whether the sequence are GP or not. I more prefer to question C because we deal with huruf. We are dealing with huruf here, X, unknown. Okay, so memang menarik soalan macam tu. Okay, so for question C, okay, as usual, we found R first. R, that means the second term, this is second term, this is the first term. So second term is a 2x over by 1x plus 1. This is your common ratio. Okay, how about next? Okay, how about this one? 5x plus 12 with the 2x. The third term divided by second term, right? Okay, so the third term is a 5x plus 12 divided by 2x. Are they equivalents? So from here we can see they are not equivalents, right? This value to x on the top, this value the 2x at the bottom, number 1. And then the bottom is x plus 1, but this one 5x plus 12, they are not similar. Okay, so these are this is the third divided by second term, this is the second term divided by the first term. So we can make a conclusion, C is not GP. Justification is because R is not equivalent. Okay, they got different R for different calculation. For different term divided, then they got different R. Okay, so that's why they are not GP. That is number 1. Now number 2. Okay, number 2 I will do. Soalan ini menarik. This question very interesting because we already did in the previous tajuk, in the previous topic, okay, which is AP. If you still remember, please look back again. So I will do A, you try B. You guys do need to try B, So A, okay, try to find the most complete pattern. So I can see here 2 and 8, they are complete pattern. Just have a hole in the middle between these two numbers. So we need to find this number here. Okay, what is this number? Okay, so guys, we got 2 is our first term, and then we got a whole, I label it as X, and we got 8 as our third term. First, second, third. Gitu. Okay. So, how we solve this problem? Okay, so we know that, okay, if you look at the pattern, okay, if you look at the pattern here, for instance here, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, right? How the 2 become 4? That's why we find the common ratio, right? The common ratio that we obtain here is what? The common ratio we obtain is 2, right? So that means from 2 to become 4, we need to times 2. 4 to become 8, also times 2. 8 to become 16, another times 2, etc. and so on. So that means time with 2, times with 2, times with 2. So you see here, if you look at here, okay, 2 to become x, x to become 8. How to find x, guys? So that's why we know that this is a GP, right? This is a GP. So very easy, sangat mudah, sangat mudah. So as to find the value of x here, we find the value of R because it's a GP. So how to find R? R equals to the second term over by the first term. They are also equivalent to third term divided by second term, right? According to the formula. Okay, R equals to T2 over by T1 and also equals to T third divided by the T second. Okay, T1, T2, and T3, right? So this is from the formula. So guys, you want to find x, right? Just do the normal cross product. So it will become x squared equals to 16, x equals to square root of 16, which is plus minus 4. Therefore, you need to make a conclusion. Every time you square root the number, the answer always plus minus. Okay? But you need to check again. You need to check the condition of your soalan. Your soalan here, positive, positive. So this one should be, it should be positive 4. Okay? So that is your value of x because it's a positive. So that means from 2 to become 4 times 2, from 4 to become 8 times 2, right? See? You see the pattern right now? Okay, that is question number 1, the first here. Okay. For this one, okay, this one you try, this one you try. I will complete this one. Okay, 1x4, right? So we got a second question here is 1 here, and then this is our x. Okay, I labeling as y lah, as y, and we got 4 because we obtained here. So we want to find y here. So I told you, you want to find the value of y, you need to find the common ratio because this is a GP. Then you find the common ratio. If this one is a arithmetic progression AP, then you find the common difference. Very easy, right? Similar method, but the different, just a different number, the different title, and the different formula need to use. That's all. So R equals to y over by 1. Okay, y over by 1 for the second term divided by first term also equals to third term divided by the second term. So we cross the product. So y squared equals to 4, y equals to square root of 4, which is equals to plus minus 2. But since you look at the pattern, your pattern is 1 and then become 4. This is a positive and positive. So the middle also must be a positive. So therefore, y, the box here, it should be positive too. Okay. So that is the what we call that? This is the what we call the pattern, right? The pattern, the sequence of this this diagram. All right. So I leave it for this one and this one for you to try. Okay. So that is number 2A. Okay. 2B also you can try. Okay, you can try. My CB angles. Okay. Number 1. I repeat again. 1A and C. Number 2A and B. Now we already discussed for 2A and now number 3 also, right? So for number 3, okay, given the term, first term, second term, and third term are 3 consecutive in the GP, state the positive value of x, hence list the first 3 terms and state the common ratio. Oh, wait a minute. So since this is a okay, guys, I need to change my explanation. Okay, this one. Now I baru ternampak. Okay, my question number 2A. My question number 2A. Okay, you see here the value that we obtain 2 and 4, right? Positive, right? Actually, it can be negative also. Okay, it can be negative. I forgot because if they are become negative, let's say this is a negative 4, right? Negative 4. Okay, from 2 to become negative, from 2 to become negative 4, that means they are timed with negative 2. From negative 4 to become 8 positive, so negative 4 need to time with negative 2 again, so it become positive 4, positive 8, right? So it can be dual answer, double answer here. It can be 4 or negative 4. This one can be 2 or negative 2. So there is a 2 answer. That means we need to accept these 2 answers. Positive plus minus 4 and this one plus minus 2. The justification is the value of R can be positive too. The value of R also can be negative. Okay, it can be also negative, right? So that is number 2. All right, now for number 3. Okay, number 3. Okay, now you will see what I mean by we accept both answer here. Okay, now you see the number 3. Okay, find the value of x and also positive. We want the positive. Okay, so the first term is x minus 2, second term x plus 1, and third term x 4x plus 4. So r equals to x plus 1 over by x minus 2. Second term divided by first term also equivalent to the third term over by second term. You want to find x, right? Cross product. So it will become x plus 1, right? Equals to 4x plus 4 and x minus 2. So we expand everything. So we are supposed to get like this. Okay, please double check. Is that correct or not? For x squared minus 8x plus 4x minus 8. So we simplify by find the general form. So it will become 3x squared. Negative 8 plus 4 is negative 4. Minus 2, negative 6x. Negative 8 minus 1, negative 9 equals to 0. Now this is our general form. But we need to simplify. So it will become squared minus 2x minus 3 equals to 0. Now you see there is a quadratic equation chapter 2, right? Chapter 2 in our MS syllabus. So we find the roots of this equation. A1, B negative 2, C negative 3. So the answer here is first value is 3, x equals to 3, and x equals to negative 1. So don't forget to put the two brackets in the middle between of them. So x minus 3, x plus 1 here. Okay, guys. Now, we got two value here. But which value we need to accept? We want the positive value only. So this one, we just write down rejected. Okay, rejected. Sangat mudah. So, our x is 3. Now, the soalan asking hence list the first 3 term and state the common ratio. That means we need to find this value. So the first term is x minus 2, second term x plus 1, and third term for x plus 4. So we sub the value x with 3 because we accept the value positive value only. So we sub 3 here, it become 1, 3 here, it become 4. We put it 3 here, 12 plus 4. 12 plus 4, which is 16. Okay, and so on. Now, that is the first 3 term, and state the common ratio. To find the common ratio, T2 over by T1 or T3 over by T2. So, it's up to you. Choose which one you like. So, I choose the second term divided by the first term, which is R equals to 4 over by 1. Then, you are supposed to get 4. If I want to use the third term, also can. Free country. Korang boleh pilih mana korang suka. So, 16 over by 4, another 4. That is your value of R. Settle. Alright. Now, the last part Oh, dah habis. Dah habis dah. Okay. Sikit saja hari ni malam ni. Alright. The second subtopic of this, the second topic we want to discuss is derive the formula of term, the specific term in GP. Okay, similar like AP, right? AP also we got TN, right? The term, N term, which is AP, for TN is A plus N minus 1 donkey. This is the general formula. But for GP, you want to find the specific term value. This is the formula. A, as usual, we know that is the first term. R, we know that is the common ratio. Okay, and N is the specific term that we want to find. Specific term. Okay, N minus 1. Okay, AR to the power of N minus 1. That is the formula. Okay, please remember this formula. Okay, so for instance, example 11, find the common ratio and the fifth term of this progression. So the common ratio for A, for question A, common ratio, first term, second, third, and fourth, right? Fourth term. So we just take the second divided by first term. Okay, so your R will be negative 20 divided by 4. Just do once only. Do not do a lot. Do not do the second divided by first and then you want to check again. fourth divided by third, no need, because this one already GP, because the soalan already mentioned. This is GP, no need to prove, okay? So, negative 20 divided by 4, we are supposed to get the negative 5. That is your R. Settle 1 marks. Now, we want to find the fifth term. The fifth term is AR 5 minus 1. And here, this is your N, right? 5, then you substitute N here. So, it will become A is actually how much? 4 here. First term, 4. R is negative 5 to the power 4. 5 minus 1. Then you compute. Sangat mudah, right? So, negative 5 and then, negative 5, then you power with 4 and then you time with another 4. Then you are supposed to get to 2500, okay? 2500 here. 2500 here, okay? So, that is your answer for number A. Okay, how about B? So, for question B here, comma ratio and 7 term of this population, okay? So, we find the comma ratio first. Second term, 2 over 3 divided by the first term, 2. So, we are supposed to get, okay, 2 over 3 divided by 2. Then we are supposed to get comma ratio equals to 1 over 3. And we want to find the 7th term. So the T7, which is equals to AR6, right? N minus 1, 7 minus 1. That's why we got 6. So according to the formula, right? This is the formula. So A is 2, R 1 over 3 to the power of 6. Then you compute, then you get the answer. Settle, done. Alright, now let's move to example 12. Okay, for example 12 here, what we have? Okay, what we have here. So this is find the number of term of GP. Okay, guys, this one very interesting. We want to find the number of term that have in this in this sequence, right? We already did in previous topic. Okay, so you see here the numbers, the term, and then dot dot dot. All of a sudden we got also number here, which is we call this one as a last term. You still remember last term? I told you last term equals to Tn. Always remember that. Okay. Now your A here is negative 25 over 3. Your first term A. Your R is second term divided by the first term. Okay. Second term divided by the first term. So how much you are supposed to get? So what saja? 5 over 3 divided negative 25 over by 3. So we are supposed to get negative 1 over 5. Okay, please double check betul atau salah. So this is our R. Alright. So A got already, R also got. Now we want to find the final, how much the term. Okay, how many term that we have here. So we know the last term here. So L equals to Tn. Then we want to find N here, okay, which is equals to AR N minus 1, the general formula. So Tn, which is equals to this value, 1 over 9375 equals to A negative 25 over by 3, R negative 1 over 5 to the power of N minus 1. You see, look like so complicated, but actually it's not complicated. This is a fraction with a power. So this fraction without power, so move it first. Okay, please remember, we cannot expand the fraction with the fraction that got power like this. We cannot do that. We can simplify the fraction with the single fraction. Okay, the fraction without power, we simplify and put it together. Okay, so that's why I move this fraction to the left. So it becomes divide. 1 over by 9375 divided negative 25 over 3. Then we are supposed to get negative 1 over 78125. Okay, it's a big numbers here. So equals to negative 1 over 5 to the power of N minus 1. Okay, now go back to chapter 4. Okay, we already learned indices, okay, index law. We learned surd, We learned the logarithm in that chapter. So this one is a indices, okay, index law. So you need to convert 7, 8, 1 to 5 to become 5 power something. Okay. So now negative 1 over 5. Okay, how we convert 7, 8, 7, 8, 7, 8, 1 to 5, okay, 7, 8, 1, 2, 5 to become 5 power something, then you need to try and error. Okay, also you can also use the logarithm to solve this problem. Okay, I more prefer to try and error. Okay, find the value of power here. Okay, so it will be equals to this. Okay, so 5 power 7. So automatically I know. I just randomly think memang exactly the value. Okay, hopefully you guys can see. Nampak ke ni? Okay, tak nampak kot. Okay, so 5 power 7 exactly 7, 8, 1, 2, 5. So this one will be 7. So both of them are equivalent now. This one you convert become this. So since the base number are already equivalent, so the power also will be equivalent. So 7 equals to n minus 1, n equals to 8. Settle. So there's an 8 term in this sequence. All right. Now we move to the last example before we look into exercise. Now the last part here. Okay, this one apa ni? Example 13 is okay. But question. An open stadium has 20 chairs in the first row. Okay, first row is a 20 chairs. That is your first term. Okay, your first term, your A or your T1. Okay, and then the number of chairs on the next row is 1.5 times of the previous row. That means from first term to become the second term, which is x, they are 1.5. Okay, 1.5 times from the previous. From x here is a 1.5 times of 20. So that means 1.5 is your ratio, your common ratio. Okay, common ratio. So no need to find the common ratio now because the soalan already give you the common ratio value. Okay, so now we got A, we got R already. So what is this question here? Calculate the maximum number of chair in the 10th row. We want to find the number of chair in the 10th row. That means T10. So A, R 10 minus 1. A is 20. R 1.5. 10 minus 1, 9. Then you compute. So 1.5 power 9 times 20. Okay. So the value here is 768.867. So guys, can the chair okay, we are talking about physical things. Okay, we are talking about we are talking about physical things. Okay, so when we talk about, let's say, human, there's no human, that's not impossible. Okay, that is impossible to have 1.7 human, right? Where that 0.7 came from? That's why you need to be careful here. So we are talking about chairs here. The chair is 768.867 is the maximum chair can be put it on the 10th row. So from here we can round off this value. So we can round off to become 768. Okay, we can round off to become 768 or 769. So if my opinion, okay, the answer would be 769. Because why the answer is not 768? Okay, sebab okay guys, when you run off here, it can be less or more. Okay, so 768.867 is in between 768 and 769. Now you see the maximum chair you can put it on that row is 768. We already put the 768 chair, but 0.867 chair also we also put that here, put it on the 10th row. That means that 0.867 represent a complete single chair. That's why the answer actually is this one. So some people, the mistake made by some people is they doesn't know how to round off for physical things, for the physical object. So that's why you need to be careful. Okay, sometimes we can, the answer is 768, depends on the situation. Okay, but for this soalan, the answer is 769. Okay, now for B, question B, which row has the least 505 chair? At least, so which row? We doesn't know which row, but at least that means more than and equal 505 chair. So we apply the formula A R n minus 1. Okay, 505. So A is a 20, 1.5 to the power n minus 1, more than 505. Okay, until up to this step, okay, mistake made by the student is the 20 and 1.5, they times together. It's a wrong method. Okay, because 1.5 got power n minus 1. 20 is not a similar power like this, n minus 1. 20 is a single number, it's a standard number. So you need to regroup. This 20, move it here. Okay, so 1.5 to the power of n minus 1 more than equal 505 divided by 20. We are supposed to get 25.25. Okay, so guys, for this one, instead of using in this index law, which is more difficult, we can use logarithm because the numbers here is decimal. Decimal is hard for us to convert to become power something. We need to think what is a decimal with power something equals to 25.25. Oh, it's very easy. It's very difficult if you want to think. Okay, so that's why we learn the logarithm, right? So we put log 10 both sides. So what happened is, refer back to your chapter 4. So the power we bring up, we bring forward. So log 10, 1.5 more than equals to log 10, 25.25. So the log 10 move it here. So n minus 1 more than equal log 10 here. So divided by another log 10, 1.5. So we are supposed to get n minus 1 more than equal. Sekejap kita kirakan. Log 25.25 divided by log 1.5. So the answer is more than 7.9633. So n must be more than 8.9633. Okay. So which row at least has 505 chairs? For this example here, okay, we want to find the which term, which row. Okay, either, okay, when we look at this value, it can be, the sign is more than, right? So it can be 9. Okay, it can be 9. All right. Some people will round off it, become 8. So, but actually, which one actually has the 505 chair? So, guys, if I choose 8, let's say I choose 8. Okay, I'm choosing 8. If I'm choosing 8 rows, okay, we can check the value. Okay, now we got two value here, 9 and 8. Is 8.9633 is in between 8 and 9. I told you, if you still remember, term cannot be a decimal number. Term must be rounded number. Okay, standard number. Okay, start from 1 onwards. So it can be 8 or it can be 9. So how to check which one is correct? So take the 8, put it into the formula. Now, this n you can substitute with 8. So try to compute. So 20 when n equals to 8. So 20, 1.5 to the power 8 minus 1. So how much the answer that we are supposed to get? Is it equals to 505 or near to 505? So let's check. So 1.5 to the power of 7 because 8 minus 1 times 20. So the answer is 34172. That means 342 chair. No, you see, we want 505 chair, not 342. We doesn't want 342. Okay, so that's why the answer is 9. Okay, so let's check. How about 9? 1.5 to the power 9. And then we times 20. So the chair will be 768.84 7. So 7, 6, 9. Now already beyond 505. So that's why the answer is n equals to 9. This is the answer. And the row, the ninth row, okay? The ninth row has at least 505 chair. Okay, so that is the answer. All right, settle for the lesson of today. And now I'm not finished yet. Okay, last one, the self practice. Okay, so si bangers and also the rest of the student yang dari sekolah lain. Okay, if you guys have the problem, so let's discuss this problem. Okay, for my si bangers, you need to do number 1 and number 2 compulsory both. So let's look at the first question here. The first question here is we already did several times. Okay, back to chapter 2, chapter 3, and now chapter 4. Back to chapter 3, 4, and then chapter 5. Okay, same thing. We start from here and then we need to finish it here. So I will do one question only. The first starting here. So the first term is a 12. Third term, the third term is third term. This is T1, and then the third term is 27. Find the T5. How to find the fifth term? Okay, guys, sangat mudah. Okay, I told you MX semudah ABC, right? So first term we know that A equals to 12. That is your first term. Your third term, you just elaborate by using the formula. Third term actually is A R squared. Why squared? Because A R 3 minus 1. You still remember the formula? Okay, A R n minus 1. If that is your Tn, right? So if this is 3, then you put it 3 here. So 3 minus 1, that's why we got 2. So A R squared equals to 27. Okay. Now we can find R. So you see A 12. Substitute here. First equation, second equation. So sub first into second. So it will become 12R squared equals to 27. R squared equals to berapa? 27 divided by 12. Then we are supposed to get 9 over 4. Then R equals to, when you do the square root, it will become plus minus 3 over by 2. So both answers are correct. Okay. So we need to test both. Okay. When R, okay, now we want to find the T5, right? The T5 should be AR to the power 4 because 5 minus 1. Now A is 12. R, let's say I taking the positive R, 3 over 2 to the power 4. Now we compute how much we get. So 3 over 2 to the power of 4 times 12. So the answer will be 63 over 4. Okay, 63 over 4, or we can convert to become improper fraction, which is equals to 240 over by 4. So we have the answer here, 240 over by 4. Yes, we got. So this is the first way, the direction. Now this one salah, this one also salah. Okay, so now you solve this problem lah. Okay, so that's how we play these games. Okay. So let's say I'm choose the R equals to negative. Okay, mesti akan ada murid akan tanya kan. Okay, so R equals to negative, how pula? Okay, let's say T5 A R to the power 4, A 12 negative 3 over by 2 power of 4. Also, we are getting the same value. Okay, because negative 3 over 2 powered by even power. Even power, it will give you the positive value times with 12, then you are supposed to get the same answer. Okay, so please double check. So negative 3 over 2 to the power of 4 times 12. Same answer, 63 over 4. Okay, so both of R will give you similar value. So that's why this is the answer. Okay, then the next I leave it for you to try. Okay. And now the last question. Yes, the last question. Semua dah tunggu last question. Okay, so the diagram on the right show the ball bouncing on the floor. Okay, the ball bounce on the floor. So the maximum height of the bounce of the ball is 3 meter. Okay, this is a 3 meter. Right, the ball bounce. Okay, the height of the bounce of the ball Okay, 3 meter. This one 3 meter. The first bound. This is the bounce. Okay, followed. After that is followed. So the consecutive height after the bounce is 95%. What is mean by 95%? Okay, 95% is your common ratio, which is equals to 0.95. Because you see, this is your first bounce, and then followed by this, followed by this, followed by this, and mati. So this is the highest 3 meter, and then it becomes 0.95 of 3 meter for the second term, the second bounce, and the third bounce here is 0.95 of the second bounce. Okay, and so on. Okay, so that's why R equals to 0.95. Okay, 95% means 0.95. So that's your R, and A is equals to 3. This is your the initial height of the first bounce. Okay, the first bounce here. All right, now from which bounce onward will the height is less than 1 meter? Okay, guys, we are talking about which term. Which term will give the height of the bounce ball less than 1 meter? So that means the n less than 1, not equal, not less than equal, less than sahaja. Okay. So A R n minus 1 less than 1. A is a 3, R is berapa tadi? 0.95 to the power n minus 1 less than 1. So I told you 3 cannot time with 0.95 because the 0.95 got power outside. So we need to move your 3 to here. So 0.95 to the power n minus 1 less than 1 over 3. Now I told you this is a point. This is also a point actually. So it's very difficult for us to think, to try and error what numbers 0.195 when you powered equals to 1, equals to 1 over 3, right? Okay, so it's very difficult. That's why we learn log. So we put log on the both side, log 10. So it will become like this. So if you have a problem with log, please refer to the previous chapter. We already did the discussion on the log. So less than log 10 1 over 3. Okay, guys. So I want to find n, right? So n minus 1. Okay, so this log, I move it here. It will become over. It will become divide. Log 1 over 3 divided by log 10, 0.95. Okay, so n minus 1. So we try to solve this makcik here. Okay, this makcik we solve. So log 1 over 3 divided by log 0.95. So the answer we are supposed to get here is 21.418. Okay, guys. Now the most crucial part here is, okay, please recall back. Now I believe that in the lower form, form 1, form 2, or secondary form 3, right? You already learned, your maths teacher already taught you about the sign direction when we solve the problem involving negative value. So if you look at here, 0.95, when you convert to become standard numbers, it actually gives you a negative value. So negative value, when we move to the right side, it's become divide. But what happened to the sign? The sign will be inverted direction. So please be careful. If you divided with, okay, if this log 1 over 3 divided by positive value of this log, so the sign will be remain unchanged. But since 0.95, log 0.95, if you check from your calculator, just press log 0.95. The answer is negative 0 point something. We got negative sign value. So you divide by negative. This is negative value. So when we got negative value, the sign will be inverted direction. Instead of less than, it become more than. Okay. But if this value is a positive value, so the sign will be remain unchanged, more less than, which is this one. Just cut and paste. Okay. So faham So guys, so now n, it must be more than 22.418. Now I told you n cannot be in decimal. So for this one, n must be equals to 23. For this one, very easy because terms, right? more than 22.418. There's no equal here. So that's why straight away round off for the, above of that 22. Above number of that 22.418, which is 23. This is the final answer. Okay guys, itu saja untuk malam ni. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoy this chapter. We still have 2 more subtopic of the second part here for this second part topic. So I will see that we will discuss that topic on the next class. And also before we dismiss, okay. So as usual, okay. Sebelum kita dismiss, please redo again. Okay, please revise again the topic, this lesson, and also the previous lesson, the arithmetic progression. Okay, so as usual, if you have a problem, please state your problem in the comment section below. Okay, so and satu lagi, for those yang belum subscribe, boleh subscribe, dan juga those yang for those that have a problem, okay, you also can sorry, not problem. For if you think this video can help you, okay, make you understand better, so please share this video to your friends, okay, your tuition friends or your schoolmate, and also the other schoolmate, okay, so supaya kita sama-sama belajar tentang MX, okay. Always remember, MX semudah ABC, okay. So itu saja daripada I. So jika tiada apa-apa, kita akan jumpa pada video akan datang. Okay, sekian. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye guys.